What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another one of my videos. My name is Chris Blends, and today we're going to be doing a mid-fade tutorial. And right now I'm going to start to brush my client's hair down because he kind of had, I don't want to, kind of like bedhead, so it was just all over the place, so I decided to brush it down, getting my canvas ready for this mid-ball fade. And right now I'm going to start to saturate my client's hair with water. I've really never been taught how to properly cut the top with shears, so I'm going to try my best to show you guys, but it might be wrong or it might be right. But if anybody knows how to use shears or any kind of tips, please leave it in the comments below. And now I'm going to be showing my client how much he wants to cut off the top. He's going to tell me, and I'm going to cut that, and I'm going to use it as my initial guideline to have a nice even cut on the top of his head. And right now we'll be setting in our initial guideline, which will be the bald guideline. So I'm going to start to hold my trimmer like this. This is more easier for people that just started to cut hair and have problems taking out that bald guideline. Sometimes people tend to tap it in, which you'll see in, I think, in a couple clips that I tap it in. But for most people that just started, it's really hard to take out that line. So this is an easier way to do it. And now I'm going to start to contour this bald guideline to the shape of his head, giving it more of a, I want to say like more of a unique look. So we're just going to drop it a little bit more towards the back. And now we're going to be applying the Remington shave stick. So what this does, it avoids people from bumping up due to the irritation of the electric shaver. And now we will be passing the electric shaver. Now when you're passing an electric shaver, still don't try to press too hard because you could still cause irritation and flick out on that top line to not create a harsh guideline. And for our next step, we're gonna do the lever open, going up about 1 inch to 1/2 inch. Make sure you have enough room to take this guideline out, and just do it in a flicking motion just to not set in a harsh guideline. And now we're going to be closing the lever halfway, softening up this guideline, getting it ready for our next step, which will be the lever closed. And now we'll be closing the lever all the way, knocking out this line completely, but keep in mind sometimes the line doesn't really come out, so I use the corner of my Babless Gold FX trimmer to knock out that bottom line. And now I'll be using my FX trimmers to knock out that bottom line. for our next step, we will be going in with our one guard with the lever open, going up 1/8 inch to 1/2 inch. Make sure you have enough room to knock this guideline out with our gray half guard, which will be our next step. Now we'll be using our gray half guard to knock out the guideline of the one open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the lever open, then closing it halfway, then closing it all the way completely to knock out that bottom line. Keep in mind, sometimes there's still going to be a line, so I'm going to go in with my lever open, or just play with the lever to knock out that guideline. And now I'll be using the no guard. I'm going to be playing with the lever to knock out that guideline because there's still kind of a slight line, so I just want to make sure I take it out completely. And now I'll be putting on my 3 guard with the lever closed, going all just straight up right off the parietal ridge. This is going to be our highest guard that we're going to be fading into, and we're going to start our fading down process. So after the 3, I will use the 2 with the lever open and then close it also. And for the other side, I'm going to start to do clipper over comb. Make sure that the top really flows and connects to the side of the head to make sure there's a nice smooth transition. Don't mind my comb. It kind of lost color in the barber side. I kind of left it there for too long. But we're just going to be using the flat top comb and coming right out and cutting the hair that sticks out to connect the sides to the top. So I'm going to be holding my thinning shears a different way. I'm going to be holding the teeth, the chunk teeth that thin the hair towards me, where I can have a nice transition, because we want the hair to fall towards our direction and make a nice smooth transition to the side of the fade. So my camera was kind of messing up, so I kind of just was trying to fix it in the middle of the haircut, so I forgot which side I was on. So I'm going to start on my left side now, and I'm going to start to fade down. I already used my 3, which was my highest guard. Now I'm going to start to fade down with my number 2. I'm going to have the lever open and not going up as high as I did with the 3. Just I'm trying to do a nice transition. Then I'm going to close the lever and go a little bit more down, trying to create a nice transition and getting it ready for the 1.5 to knock out that bottom line. And now we'll be using our 1.5, and what I'm going to do here, I'm going to start to knock out that bottom line. So I'm going to go with the lever open, and I'm going to close it halfway, and then I'm going to close it completely to knock out that bottom line. Keep in mind, we're not going as high as we did with the 2 guard closed, and we're going to be softening up this line, getting it ready for the 1 guard. And now I'll be putting on my 1 guard. I'm going to be playing with the lever, so I'm going to go open, halfway, and close to knock out this bottom line. And now I'm going to let you guys watch this other side, so I'm going to fade the other side. I already lined up his C-cup on the other side, or the curve. My camera was cutting out, so I didn't get to catch it, so hopefully you guys get to see it on this side. So we're going to be going with the 2 guard open, then closing it, then the 1.5, having it open, closing it halfway, and then completely closing it, and then following it up with the 1 and playing with the lever as needed. And unfortunately, I didn't even get the C-cup on this side. My camera was really freaking out. So we're gonna go to the before, and here is the after. I hope you guys really enjoy this video. My name is Chris Blends, and I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day.